What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Nerdster, bringing you all things nerd stirred into one big bowl of delicious awesomeness. And I am bringing you kind of a review of the newest mobile franchise out here, PlayerUnknown Battleground. Kind of taking a look around here. I'm trying to do a voiceover while I've already recorded these clips. I just took out some guy on the bridge. There's his little care package over there. And I figured I'd just talk to you a little bit about my first impressions of the game. So I just found out about this recently. One of my coworkers, friends on Facebook, posted a screenshot of it, and I was like, what? I didn't even know they were doing this. I mean, I had heard that there was going to be a mobile version of this game, but I didn't follow it very much. So, I downloaded it, and yesterday I played for the first time. I made it to number 2 out of 100. It was pretty fun. Now, the reason I'm watching the door here, by the way, is because there's somebody running around. And if you look at the top right-hand corner, the map, you can see little red, kind of clear steps kind of showing up. Not very clear, but the darker they get, the more, I guess, the closer that the steps are. And same thing works with gunfire as well, and you'll see that a little bit later on. So I'm kind of hunkered down in here, kind of just, trying to stay out of sights. I actually played for a little bit longer than this. I recorded a couple clips. I ended up dropping into a little housed area and got all my equipment, and then I went to the ruins and I killed a couple people. I killed 4 people up to this point. I can tell you that the gameplay is actually pretty legit. It's pretty streamlined. It's really good. So I walk over here real quick, and you'll see a guy standing here on the street. Oh, there he is, and he knew I was in this place because he was taking a look. And so we shoot at him, boom, he's dead, bada bang. Choco 100, you're dead. Anyway, I've actually been playing Rules of Survival, which is another battle royale game. I actually kind of like it better. And the reason that I like it better, there's up to, I think it's either 130 or 160. I can't remember exactly right off the top of my head. But it's a much bigger campaign. There's actually 2 maps. One of those maps, it's up to 300 players. You actually have 2 planes that drop off multiple players. I do not go to the car over here. There's a Jeep. There are cars in this game, I believe. I'm not totally sure. I didn't go close enough to see if it was drivable or anything. A couple things here. When you pick up equipment, there's one thing that I really don't like, and it will automatically pick up whatever. So in other words, if I would have had a shotgun, it would have picked up that AR automatically. Well, maybe I don't want to pick it up automatically, and I haven't checked around in the settings or anything like that to see if there's a way to turn off that auto pickup feature. Sometimes it's helpful because you can quickly pick up things. I like to kind of move back and forth over whatever it is, so that I don't get shot at. If I do get shot at, I'm a harder target to hit. I like to stay crouched a lot. Generally because I find that, being closer to the ground, you're a harder target to hit. Back to Rules of Survival, I like it a little bit better because, one, it's a bigger playing field size. Like I said, there's 2 different courses, and I don't know, it doesn't really automatically pick up things for you. You have to pick them up yourself. So you can kind of have a better idea of what you want. Usually in that game, I'm kind of running around with a shotgun, and then an automatic weapon of some sort. I also like it a little bit better because you can also have a handgun as well. So you can have a sidearm. Sorry, excuse me. You can have a sidearm. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a coughing fit. It happens when I talk a lot. I like it a little bit better because you can have a sidearm. In this, there are multiple sidearms. However, you only have 2 guns allowed. So in the other, in Rules of Survival, you can have 3 guns and then a melee weapon. In this, you can have a melee weapon, but I've only seen the frying pan so far. There's multiple grenades. There's stun, smoke, and frag that I've seen so far. In Rules of Survival, there are multiple grenades as well. There's also a chicken grenade, and that chicken grenade kind of clucks when it goes off, and it actually gives a little bit more damage. In this, I've noticed that there is a lot of weapons, but I can only carry 2. And if I have a shotgun and I go over, some kind of automatic weapon, it's going to automatically switch, and I'm no longer allowed to keep that shotgun. In fact, the first game that I played, which was last night, I wanted to keep the 6-shooter, and they took it and replaced it with a shotgun, and I could not, for the life of me, get it back. So you can see up here in the right-hand corner, there are more indications that there's some firing going on up here. Another reason why I like Rules of Survival better is because at the very top, you can see this, we have this, compass, and, sorry about that, there was a truck that just went by. So you can see this compass up here, and the reason I like Rules of Survival better is that's where the noise indication pops up. So in other words, instead of it being over here on the right with the map, it's actually with the compass, and it allows you to kind of like verify where it's at. And the icons will shrink or grow depending on how close, how near. So you can see here, I'm kind of trucking along. There's two sets of guns going off. So I kind of, obviously I'm going towards it. I can see a guy there. I think he spots me because of my movement. Pretty sure he hits me right here. Maybe not. Maybe that was just that. So CMAG 92. Bye-bye. See you later. So, again, I like Rules of Survival a little bit better because I can see it at the very top. I think it's kind of hard to see over here in the map. Another con for me is the jump button doesn't work incredibly fluid. So if you're kind of running around and you're starting to get shot at, and you kind of do the jumpy move, you'll see a lot of tips and tricks with the Rules of Survival where they tell you jump, keep jumping. This makes you a harder a harder target, and eventually you can get away. I've had a lot of near-death experiences in Rules of Survival, and have left within an inch of my life, literally, and gotten away and still made it to the top 10. This is the second game I've played of PlayerUnknown Battleground Mobile, and again I make it to the top 10, which is, it's fine. I do like the shooting a little bit better. In Rules of Survival, I can literally go an entire round and not shoot or kill anyone. In the previous game that I played, I think I had 6 kills, and it's, red dot sight, and there's a guy on the bank, there's a guy running right there, he ends up going swimming. There's a guy way over here on the bank, I don't know what he's doing, but I was able to easily pick him off, even with red dot sight. Carson Eagle, see you later. And so it's kind of nice. I mean, it took me a little while here. You do have to kind of keep an eye on your reload, because I noticed that even in Rules of Survival, it does take a lot of time. And I will say, like I said, the shooting is a little bit cleaner and better in this game because I'm picking people off with a red dot sight from God knows how long away. And Macy Asti, see you later. So in this game, it seems like the shooting is a little bit more fluid. You can really get a kill. I also like this part right here. You can dive down. One thing I don't enjoy about Rules of Survival is your character does not swim very fast, and you become a sitting duck or a floating duck, and you can be picked off. So diving under the water kind of adds a little bit more to it. It makes it a little bit more realistic. Like, you know, if I'm trying to get away from people, or if people are possibly able to shoot me, I want to dive down so that I can get away from them. So there are, you know, definitely pros and cons. The biggest con for me right now, I have no idea what that is, by the way. It could be a vehicle. I think I start hearing gunshots and I head the opposite direction. Oh wait, no, I do remember what this is. This was the drop, which I'm kind of, you know, aggravated about, because I was able to get a scope, a really good scope, and I didn't get to use it. Anyway, so the biggest concern for me with this game, or at least the biggest pro for this game, is the fact that it's easy to get a kill. It's easy to move around. The downside is it seems like it could be a little one-sided. I mean, unless it's just people who have never played the game, or, you know, not really experienced. But ultimately, I mean, I'm going to give it, you know, 8 out of 10. I mean, I really do enjoy it. It's fun. A quick note, the bandages, that's another thing I don't like. In Rules of Survival, you can use a bandage whenever. In this game, you have to be below a percentage of health before you can actually use it. But anyway, you know, just a couple of things I figured I'd touch on. Probably try and bring you guys some more gameplay. I have a new screen recorder for my phone. So, you know, maybe I'll be bringing back some other videos. Maybe I'll try to do some stuff here and there. Anyway, you know, it was great kind of showing you guys my review. Plan on making some more. Catch you later.